case. Tell her hi.
Hi, Mom.
I love it.
This dad-to-be woke up from a coma after a terrible car crash, and he then pointed his finger at his girlfriend, his pregnant girlfriend, before he slipped away and died. He made sure that justice would be served, bless his heart. So a Florida woman is now facing several charges, including vehicular homicide after a car crash back in February of this year led to her boyfriend dying several months later. 22-year-old Daniel Waterman was reportedly in a car crash on an interstate in Flagler County. This was on February 9th, and he sustained horrible and life-threatening injuries as a result of it. His girlfriend, 24-year-old Leah Mumby, was arrested back in July after a warrant was issued for charges of reckless driving causing serious bodily injury and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. However, on Friday, October 24th, she was charged with vehicular homicide, and that was after Daniel tragically died due to his injuries from the car crash, and he died on October 8th. So after he was rescued from the crash back in February, Daniel was then transported to a hospital with awful injuries that included a spinal injury and head and face trauma. He eventually ended up slipping into a coma. However, he did wake up from his coma, and when he did, he was interviewed by investigators about the wreck. During an interview with investigators back in May, Daniel said that Leah had driven the vehicle that they were in into a tree during an argument on the night the wreck occurred. Daniel told police that the two of them were arguing after he found out Leah was pregnant, and he got a text message from a woman in New York, which is where he was originally from. As the fight continued to go on and get worse, it was said she started to drive recklessly and erratically. That's what Daniel told police. At one point, he said that she slowed down and he tried to escape from the vehicle, but she then sped back up and said, "I don't care what happens, you'll get what you deserve," before she crashed the vehicle into a tree. Both were severely injured, and according to reports, Leah told authorities a few days after the crash that she didn't know what happened before the wreck occurred. She said she just remembered waking up in horrible pain. Both she and the unborn child survived the crash, and Daniel's family is now reportedly fighting to get custody of that child, and I hope they get it. That's pending a paternity test, of course. Daniel's family said they can't let that baby grow up with a mom that did what Leah allegedly did. According to a GoFundMe, Daniel was really looking forward to becoming a dad, and his family set up a GoFundMe if you're interested, and that's for his medical bills and whatnot. His family said they will teach his daughter exactly what her dad was all about. They'll carry on his memory. It was said while he was in the hospital before he passed, there was not a day that would go by where he didn't say that he just wanted to go home, bless his heart. Leah has reportedly pleaded not guilty to the initial charges of reckless driving causing serious bodily injury and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. It's not known what her plea is for the homicide charges, though. This is such a sad and tragic and senseless story. I hate he ended up dying. I pray she spends the rest of her days, though, behind bars for doing this to him, if she is found guilty, of course, because now that precious baby of theirs will have to grow up without a father. My prayers definitely go out to all of Daniel's loved ones during this difficult time. For more true crime, be sure to follow and subscribe if you're on YouTube.